Hey guys, this is your best friend in the business, Cyril Gupta, and today I'm doing a review of this new application called DomainProphets. Now, this is a product that automates one of the oldest businesses online. This business has been online since the launch of the internet and since the internet boom. And the premise is quite simple. This is all about domain flipping. And if you don't know what domain flipping is, let me give you a little bit of context. Domain flipping is acquiring domains that people might want, all the interesting names, and then selling them to other people when they do ask for them at a higher price. So domains are actually quite cheap if you are able to acquire them first. You might just need to spend something like $15 to $20 or $30 a year, and if people want that domain, if the domain is important, if it's something that people want, they would be happy to buy it for a big multiple. Now, I know people who have sold domains for tens of thousands of dollars, even hundreds of thousands of dollars when the domain name was something that was desirable and really important. But easily you can do multiples of 3 to 5 times. Like if you buy a domain for about $20 and you hold it for 2 years, your expense on it is $40, and you might be able to sell it pretty easily for $400 or even $800 or even $1,600, depending on what the domain is. And DomainProphets is all about automating that and helping you acquire the domains that people want and to sell them. So let's take a look at the application and understand what it can do for you. So here is DomainProphets, and this is what you see when you log in. My account is quite new, so you can see that I don't have any domains for sale yet. Neither do I have any leads or any transactions because I haven't started using it and there is no history. Now, the first thing, when you log in into DomainProphets, the first thing I think you should do is go into the trainings, because like I just gave you in the beginning a little bit of an introduction, if you don't know what domain flipping is, you want to learn that. And this product comes with extensive tutorials. So there is a complete tutorial section about the app with 8 videos, 26 minutes in all. And there is also a domain flipping course. And this is important because this course can teach you everything you know, everything you need to know to buy and sell domains successfully online for profit. So definitely take this course so that you learn how to flip domains successfully, and it's done by a successful domain flipper too. So this is something that is very important. It won't take long. It's only 1 hour and 49 minutes long. Quite a small investment for the amount of return you can get from it. And then there is also a course for agency users. If you are an agency, there is an agency version of this product, and I do have access for it. So you can create access for other people. You can sell access to DomainProphets. And if you are an agency version, agency user, if you have the agency version, you can watch this tutorial and learn all about it. Now let's go back to my domains and see this. In See All Domains, this is the place where you keep a record of all the domains you have. And if you buy the domains, of course, this product doesn't let you buy the domains themselves. You will need to go out and buy the domains elsewhere. You can do that from websites like Namecheap or GoDaddy or any other website that you want. There are several domain sellers. All of them have their own deals, and I would recommend that you buy from the seller that has the most discounted deals, and you should be able to find that online pretty easily. Just go do a Google search. One thing, before you buy a domain from any seller, just check out the reputation, because I know some sellers have been known to kind of give you bad terms. If the domain expires, they will charge you a big premium, or sometimes they will charge you a big premium on renewal. So just make sure that you know the price, not just the first year round, but also you know the price for the renewals, and make sure that it's not much more expensive than what you end up paying for the first time. So that out of the way, click on Add New Domain, and you can put in details of the domain that you want to sell. So let me just put in one of my own domains. Of course, I'm never going to sell it because that's where I conduct my business, one of the domains where I conduct my business. And then you can also put in the details about the domain that you want to sell, like this is a great domain for a technology company. And if any pitch you have, like you want to put in any details that might induce the buyer to buy, put that in. And you can also have people buy it outright. So this is where you actually set up the sales setup for your domain. And in case you didn't realize, it just doesn't just let you catalog domains or find domains, it also lets you sell domains, and it has a payment integration. So you can, if you go into integration, let me just load that up very quickly, aside a little bit. You can also integrate Telegram to send messages. You can integrate Discord to send messages and advertise your domains, and you can integrate PayPal and Stripe to get paid. So if you want to get paid through DomainProphets and you want to use their own integrations, you will need to have either PayPal or Stripe to get paid. Now I want to tell you, it's not important that you get paid only through DomainProphets. You can choose any way you want. You can set up a peer-to-peer or a one-to-one deal and use DomainProphets only to manage your listings and to show your listings to your clients. You can put in your contact details, your payment details in your listing, and people can contact you directly, pay for the domain, and easily get the domain from you. So that's one way to get paid through crypto or through Payoneer or any other system that you want. All right, let's go back. Then type, you can either choose to make it buy now, where if you turn it off, okay, or let me give it a minimum price. Like if you want people to pay a specific amount and they can make you an offer, and if they meet this specific amount, if they are meeting this minimum price, they will be able to acquire it on outright. So let me say, for example, $500, and if people offer to give you at least $500, they will be able to purchase the domain outright. Now there is also an auction setting. So if you turn on the auction setting, you will be able to decide what price you want to start at, and people, let's start at $500, and people will be able to bid on your domain, and the biggest bidder, the person who bids the most, will get the domain and you will get the money. Pretty simple concept, right? And thirdly, there is a price request option. If you turn it on, people will be able to send you a message and ask you, hey, how much do you want to sell this domain for? So these are all the different options. Now I want to tell you, there is also a marketplace involved. So DomainProphets is not just an app that creates a page for you and people can come to that page and buy the domain, and you don't know how to drive traffic to that page, and that's a place where you're stuck. Well, DomainProphets is trying to solve that problem by helping you integrate with a domain marketplace. So there is a domain marketplace called Proven Domains. If you click on the marketplace button, you'll be taken to it. So here is the marketplace. And this marketplace is a place where people sell their domains. So if you want to sell a domain, you can list it on the marketplace, and with DomainProphets, you have this privilege to do this automatically. So you don't need to do a lot of manual listing. You can just add it in DomainProphets, and if you click on list on Proven Domains, the domain will be listed on Proven Domains on autopilot. You don't have to set it up. All right, so let's continue from here. You can specify what currencies you support, and if you want to specify any taxes like VAT, you can put that too. Plus, you can also have information about the domain, things like domain traffic history. If you want to include a logo, you can do that. And if you have a fully functioning website, you can put in the website URL too. If it's the domain, most people will just go to the domain. But again, if you want to put in some more information, well, feel free to put in a URL. Also, you will be able to advertise your SEO value. So if it's a domain that you have from a long time, it has a domain rank and some sort of value, then you can advertise that too. Plus, if it was ever monetized by Google AdSense, that's a strong positive, and you can put that in. And if you are having any trademarks or copyrights associated with the domain, that can also be advertised. Plus, again, the email hosting services can also be included with the domains if you are including them with the purchase. And finally, you can put in your name and email, because that is going to be displayed on the thank you page when people buy the domain from you. So this is done after the people buy, and it's not available to most people who just come to the page. So it's an optional thing. You can put that in or not. It's up to you. Then, okay, let me show you this also, because this has a P2P database right here. All right, so you can actually find leads right inside this app, and that's an added advantage. You can find people who could actually end up buying your domain, and that's a cool thing. It has details from countries, United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia. So click on United States and you can see there are a lot of direct contacts at top business houses, at top businesses around the country. So you can find the name, their exact email address, their company name and their position in the company. Plus you can also find out what kind of business this company is in and also the main domain that they have. So many people do this, they book domains that sound like the corporate name of a company, and then they often approach these companies with details about, hey, you know, this is a domain that you could buy and this is something that your company might like to have. And many times the companies will just acquire the domain from them and they can turn up a profit of 3 to 5x, 300 to 500% very easily, because it's just a few bucks for the businesses involved, and they do want to acquire all the valuable domains that are related to their company. And this can be good if you're acquiring other TLDs that are directly the company's name. Now I would recommend that you scan and make sure that this is something that the company could want, but there are a number of different TLDs like .com, .org, .net, .in, .ai and so many more, and many times people and companies try to acquire as many top level domains or TLDs as they can for their main domain name. So that's an easy way to acquire domains and flip them to the customers, to exactly the customers who could actually want them. All right, so let's go back to the other screen. Where were we? I think we were in my domains, and in all leads, this is where you put in information about the leads that you get from the B2B database. And in all transactions, if you've sold any domains, they're going to be showing up here. Now it also has an AI domain generator, and this is something cool because here is what happens. People who do domain flipping, they have to sit and brainstorm and find out the names of the domains that they want to sell, that they can sell, and they have to be pretty imaginative to get the domains that people would want. But now you can do that with AI. The AI can generate all the domain names for you that you would like. So click on create new domain and put in some information like keyword. So for example, SaaS, let's put in SaaS as the keyword that the domain should start with, and we can put in a little bit of description. This is a SaaS marketplace that sells SaaS products, for example. And you can also have multiple TLDs, so like .net, .ro, and so many more if you want. Okay, let me see. I don't see anything, but I think it actually should support all the different TLDs that are out there. And then click on generate. Let's see. All right, so it took about a few seconds and it generated a huge number of domains that got related to the domain that I put in with the length. You can see here the details, the name of the domain, the length, the total length of the keyword or the domain, the estimated value, which is important because that gives you an idea of how much you could be able to sell the domain for, and the estimated selling difficulty. And this is nice because it can just tell you how easy or hard it is to sell this domain. Plus it will also check the domain live and it will tell you whether the domain name is available or taken. And this is very fast way to find domains that people would want and buy them if they're available. Right, so let's just wait a few seconds, let it get more details, and I will talk about this. All right, so it just got many more names, and you can see domains like SaaS Shopee. This is available. Also, My SaaS Store available, and SaaS Market, that's available. But you know what? I would definitely be interested in a domain like SaaS Shopee. It's a pretty spot-on domain, good domain name, and I'm sure eventually you could find the right customer for it. And according to this platform, it's worth up to $4,600. Now that's quite a number. And if you just buy it for something like 20 bucks, you end up selling it in the first year or the second year, it could be quite a multiple, even if you sell it for just $1,000. And I would definitely be happy to find domain names that people want and sell them in this manner. So again, this is what the AI domain generator does. It will create domain names for you. It will also check if that domain name is available, and you can then decide if you want to purchase it and list it among your domain inventory. Then it also keeps an eye on expired domains. So you can see it's got expired domain information for a lot of different places. All kinds of domain names are here, and if there is something that you think you could be able to sell on your own, or if there is something that you think is really nice, something like, look at this one, ethnicpearls.com. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? So if there is an ethnic pearl store, this just matches the exact keyword that you want to target if you're selling ethnic pearls. And I think it's a damn good idea to book this domain, for example, and offer it to people who could be selling ethnic pearls. Just tell them, hey, I have this domain, ethnic pearls, I see, and again, this is a strategy which is outreach based. Here is how it works. You Google and find information about companies that are in the exact business, and then you do an outreach email to them using, you find the email address from the website, or you go to LinkedIn and find the contact person, or you can even go to their website and use the contact form to send them a message, and you can say, hey, I saw that you are in the business of selling ethnic pearls, and I have this domain name called ethnicpearls.com lying around, and I wonder if you would be interested in it because it matches the exact keyword and could help you get ranked pretty fast, and you could be able to get more sales by using just this domain. And I'm going to charge you $2,000 if you make a bid today. So that can be as simple as that, right? So lots of interesting domains here. forexpain.com, I think that's a pretty good one too. And let's see if there's anyone else that I would want to buy. Tea Simplicity, Factory Desk, Wichita Pub, Cold Distill, Wichita Pubs. Now if I was running a website where I was indexing Wichita Pubs, I would take that. Crowd Meals, I like this one too. Mysterious Fun, interesting one. And let's see. All right. Office, Andy's Go, Club Realtor, lots of interesting domains over here, and certainly you can find a market for them. Now in hunted domains, this is a feature where you can monitor the domains that you want to follow. So if you know that a domain is going to expire, or you know that a person is careless, and if there are domains that you want to get hold of once they expire, you can click on add new hunted domain, and the product will keep an eye on it. If it expires, it will let you know, and you will be able to purchase it for yourself. That's what add new hunted domains does. Plus there is premium domains too, and there are all these premium domains that you can buy. And if you want to be somebody who invests in domains, these are the domains that could be worth investing in according to this product, right? So you'll be able to get a hold of these and hopefully sell it for a premium. So for example, fluxai.com, now it's being sold at $10,000 around, and if you get hold of it, if you find a buyer that is going to offer you above $10,924, that's your profit. And this is how this works. You find domains that other people might want, which are selling at a premium today, and you book them, and when other people buy it, you sell it to them at a higher price, and you will be able to turn a profit. But I can see this requires significant investment. It's not for everyone, and I would rather go for the expired domains strategy. The domains in here are pretty good too, so I don't think you need to go for premium domains and buy domains worth $2,600 to start with. I would rather buy domains for $20 and sell them for $300 or $600 instead of trying to buy a domain for $2,600 and trying to sell it for $5,000. I know that kind of multiple could be hard to get when you think at this scale, right? So that's my thoughts on it. Of course, if you think that this is a strategy for you, go ahead. That product enables that. Then there is also the marketplace that we talked about earlier, proven domains. So you can list your domains there right from inside of DomainProphets. Plus it's got some tools, so you can look up Whois information. Now if you don't know what Whois is, you can put in any domain, for example mine, technicforce.com, click on lookup, and it will tell you who owns the domains, the details, the phone numbers, everything is included in there. So you can even reach out to them, call them, and see whether you can find a way to interact with them and sell them something, right? So that's there. The DNS lookup will give you the DNS information of any domain. Again, we can try. So it will give you some information about the servers. This can be pretty technical, and I don't think a lot of people will look it up, but look at this. This will tell you where it's hosted and things like that. Plus there is the block list lookup, and I think this is important. If you're going to buy a domain, just check if it's on any block list, and if it's on any block list, don't buy the domain because that domain has been blocked for spamming. Important tip and important tool over here. Then there is open ports lookup. This is definitely for people who are more into the technical part of it. It tells you what ports are open on a domain, and most people won't have any use of it, so don't worry about it. And there is domain valuation, so it will give you a valuation of a domain that you want to target. It will tell you how much it is worth. And the similar domain finder, so if you put in any domain name like mine, click on generate. Let's see, and it gives you a lot of similar domain names like Technic Power, Technic Squad. You see, it did get things right. It did get my core right, so that's pretty good too. So this is also an important tool, and I think see all tools just have the same tools. Eventually I think there'll be more tools which you might discover over here, but right now these are the only tools we have in DomainProphets. So this was actually the entire app. I've already told you about the training, and it is something that you can use to manage your entire domain marketing, domain flipping business. So if you're interested in this, now this is most important, make sure you buy it from my link, because if you do that, I'll be able to offer you a lot of my goodies. I'm talking about all the great products that I have created. Yes, not only the bonuses that I have on the page, and they're pretty good bonuses, real apps, nothing that is just there for fluff. I only give you products that you can actually use in your business. Plus I give you Technic Force reward points, and with those points, with Technic Force rewards, you can get all of my applications absolutely free of cost. Just look at all the amazing apps that I have: CloudFunnels, CourseFunnels, ShopFunnels, TubeRank, Cheat, Livecaster, and I create new apps all the time, and you can use those reward points to get my new apps in the future. So all of these tools can be yours if you purchase DomainProphets through me. On that note, I will see you on the inside if you get DomainProphets. This is Cyril Gupta, your best friend in the business, signing off.